All eyes were on Victoria Park for the North East derby between a Hartlepool side who hadn't lost at home all season and a Darlington team who hadn't won away.
Derby Day is always a bit special, even down in Division 3. But it hasn't been easy for the fanzine writers to keep smiling this season.
We've drawn far too many matches. We'd have been better off losing half of them and winning half of them, and on a points basis would have been better off and much higher up in the league.
Away from home, we can't score. We can't defend, and if you can't do those two things in any level of football, especially, you know, Darlington away from home, you're knackered basically.
And that's just what Darlington looked when Pederson's touch and control put Poole into a 16th minute lead. The Norwegian international heads back across the North Sea next weekend. Mick Tate is certainly going to miss him. Just before half-time, Ian Clark made it 2. Darlington's static defence sliced open once again. And at that stage, there only looked like being one result, even if the Quakers had enjoyed plenty of possession. The turning point came just on the hour. Newpool striker Paul Connor was so surprised to see the ball dragged off his toe by Richard Hope that he couldn't get a shot in. Stephen Halliday did, but his effort was blocked. The replay shows that Poole were robbed of a penalty. That was bad enough, but just to rub it in, top scorer Darren Roberts pulled one back for Darlington inside a minute. 2-1 now, almost half an hour left, and everything still to play for. And just 2 minutes from time, Roberts got the equaliser. He'd only been playing because Mario Dorner was taken ill the day before, but his 14th goal of the season went down as well with the boss as it did with the Darlington fans.
Well, I think we've gone away happy, and the fact is that we've got back a point away from home after being 2-0 down a derby game. I think they'll appreciate that, but I think what they will do is they'll scratch their heads and say, why is it the same situation every week away from home? And why is it that we're in a derby and for the first 45 minutes we didn't play as if we're in a derby? We were 2-0 up and then blatant handball. You know, you must get sick of hearing managers say this, but, you know, that would have won us the game. Lads lay on the ground and handled the ball. Full view of the referee, and for some reason he didn't give the penalty. You know, 3-0 up, I think, game over then. But instead, we go straight down the other end, pull one back, change the whole complex of the game.
Hartlepool unbeaten at Victoria Park in the league this season against local rivals Darlington, yet to win away from home. Hartlepool's Norwegian international Pederson heads home next weekend, but he gave the home fans something to remember him by with a magnificent goal in the 16th minute, taking Richard Lucas's ball over the top in his stride and rounding keeper David Priest to score. Poole's other Norwegian import was also in the thick of the action, keeper Martin Holland getting down quickly to block that close-range effort from Brian Atkinson as Darlington fought back. But 2 minutes from half-time, Hartlepool doubled their lead. Ian Clark timed his run perfectly to race on to Steve Howard's pass and kept his head to win the one-on-one with Priest. Darlington had enjoyed plenty of possession though and deservedly clawed their way back into the match just past the hour with a close-range header from top scorer Darren Roberts. This was his 13th goal of the season, and it proved to be lucky for the Quakers because Roberts scored again in the dying minutes of the match. 2-2 was the final score.